Alright, so one of the ideas for arcade is, you take 8-bit sounds, and then you kind of turn them into rhythm, like obviously through like a plug-in, like a synth, like you put it in Serum, and you start with an 8-bit like synth, and then you open up another patch, like another Serum, and you have like the rhythm synth, and then you kind of just reverse engineer those two. And so what knobs do I need to turn in the 8-bit synth to make it the rhythm synth, and then you just create envelopes so you can put it on the playlist and make it happen live in real time, where like at the beginning of the 8 bars it's like just the 8-bit synth, and then throughout the 8 bars you're using the envelopes to turn the knobs in Serum, so then it becomes a rhythm synth in a matter of like 10 seconds. And just the act of like that transmutation of like, here's like this 8-bit sound, and then you turn it into a rhythm sound, and then you can dance in between. So you just it's literally 8-bit dubstep, and it's crazy. But doing that opens up the door to a lot of other things, where you can start to tell stories. And that 8-bit to dubstep, the 8-bit to rhythm synth is literally just a transmutation. That's what that represents, like a transformation. And then so you can tell stories where you could have, I don't know, like clips from like the Star Wars, like the early Star Wars ones, where it's like Luke and he's talking about how he's not sure he's gonna be able to do it, be a Jedi, and like you give, and like at that point in the song it's like a lot of 8-bit synths, and then right as it builds up to the drop, you have him play like after he becomes a Jedi and defeats Darth Vader or something, and like he sounds like a Jedi, and he believes he's a Jedi, and he became the Jedi. And on the build up, you're taking the 8-bit synth and you're transmuting it into the rhythm synth. So you're displaying transformation through this sound design, and you're also telling the story of a transformation through Luke Skywalker. And literally he's talking about not believing in himself, and then later he does believe himself, and he's a Jedi, and he's transformed. And you're also doing it musically. And so you can tell stories through the music, because once you get the audience to realize that that's what's happening, that the music is transforming too, along with the quotes that you're playing in your songs. Well, once you get them used to that, you can start to take out the quotes. So it's just the song and just the music without any words, and then you can like tell a story where you can have like gunshot like samples, and like laser beam samples, to where you could have you can have the rhythm, like the dubstep could be like a team, like a monster, and then the 8-bit is like the good guys, and that's like another team. So the 8-bit, they're using like laser sounds to fire at the rhythm, and the rhythm's using like gunshot sounds to fire at the 8-bit. And so you can structure a song where you have like these, you play a couple dubstep sounds, like just some wub wobbles, like just quick little samples, like not full loops, just like one shots. And then as you're like doing that, like you're displaying the dubstep side, and you use like gunshots, and like, and and you can have like the 8-bit team, like it starts the song out with like a dubstep kind of line, and then the 8-bit, like dubstep for 8 bars, kind of like in the intro, not like a full beat down, but like teasing dubstep noises for the first 8 bars. And then the second 8 bars would be like teasing 8-bit noises. And then on the build-up, you would have, you know, you could just have a build-up, or you could have them like kind of going back and forth. And then in the drop, you can either have the 8-bit start or the like the dubstep, the rhythm start. And as like, you know, let's just say you started like with the 8-bit, as the 8-bit's going, and that's like the first part of the drop, then you start hearing gunshots, and as you start hearing gunshots, then like the 8-bit starts to transform into the rhythm, signifying that the rhythm is attacking the 8-bit. And then that's for the first 4 bars, and the next 4 bars, the rhythm had killed the 8-bit, and then so the whole song goes into like rhythm, and then you start hearing like laser sounds. And it's all on beat, so none of the gunshots or laser sounds sound off beat or out of place. And then you have like the laser sounds start to come in and like start to shoot at the rhythm, and then like so it starts to transform back into 8-bit. And there's like this war going on in the songs. And it's like the 8-bit's fighting the dubstep, dude. And then you can even have you can even tell lessons, dude. You can give life lessons in these songs, dude. Because you could talk about, like, just take a couple quotes of, like, I don't know, like a cliche, like, controversial subject or something. Like, anything, like, being a better person, dude. And then, like, that, like, gives, like, the 8-bit, like, more power. And then, like, you hear, like, that Mario, like, hitting the mushroom, that, like, power-up noise or, like, some variant of it. And, like, they start to power up because they start to think about kindness and helping others. And, like, you do it in a way where it doesn't sound, like, taboo. It, like, works. The sound design, just the whole song structure of it. But then, like, it starts, like, I don't know, being a better person helps, like, empower, like, the 8-bit side. And they get stronger. And then, like, the malevolency of rhythm is, like, you use quotes or sounds or, like, samples from movies where, like, it's more of malevolency. And, like, there's, like, this war going on, and eventually, like, the 8-bit wins. Like, you know, through, like, consciousness or just goodness. Like, kindness. I don't know, dude. And so you can literally, like, with a combination of, like, the words you use, the sound clips you use, and then the storytelling you use through the 8-bit and the rhythm noises, you can literally do, like, the hero's journey. And, like, how they write movies, but, like, you're writing a story in a song. And, like, it's so insane because no one's ever, like, done something like this, where it's literally, like, you've gotten them to hear a story. You're telling a story through sound, and they understand it because you've displayed what everything means, the 8-bit transformator dubstep. You've gotten to realize that you're doing this. And so they pay attention to it, and, like, you can give them life lessons through the sound. And, like, at the same time, they're at a show, and, you know, so they're dancing and they're raging and they're having a great time, dude. And so, like, they're having an awesome experience. And, like, they also, like, get these crazy, like, lessons or, like, you know, and, like, it just, like, upgrades them because they're moving and they're having such a great time. And, like, you learn through experience, you know. And that's why classrooms fail, because everyone's bored out of their minds. Never retain anything very well, but, like, when you're having a blast, you always remember, dude. And so, like, they're having just the best time, and, like, you're telling stories, and it's just an unreal experience where you can, like, it's like, because then you can take the whole set as a story. And, like, you can introduce characters at the beginning of the set, and then you can have them go through, like, difficulties throughout the set. And then, like, 45 minutes in or something, you start to get to the climax. We have the craziest songs going on. And, like, that's, like, the biggest battle, like, the climax battle of, like, a movie, but it's 8-bit versus dubstep. And then, like, at the end, the good guys win. And it's just the craziest thing, dude, because you, like, got to, like, watch a movie and fucking go to a rave all at the same time. Like, just the power of storytelling and how you somehow managed to incorporate that in a dubstep set. Like, no one's ever, like, told a story, like, during an EDM set, like, And it like works the whole time because it's like so like well done and hidden within the music that it's like, okay, cool. Nice. That's pretty dope, I guess. What a crazy idea. What a interesting, unique piece of art this man, this seems to have created. But like it's not even, it goes way, because it goes deeper than stories, or it opens so many things you can do. You don't just have to tell stories. Like you can even like do memes, dude. Have like just crazy memes and start to use it for like you can have like you can even tell stories of like people and how they like were good and now they're bad, or they were bad now they're good. And you can, you know, like what are some prime examples? You know, like Charlie Sheen or like Lindsay Lohan, someone who just like went through some crazy shit, or like Britney Spears. You know, you could have like clips from them talking, or like, you know, Charlie Sheen clips from fucking clips from like whatever, 2.5 Men, and like, you know, so you can have that be like it's either 8-bit playing or it's like rhythm playing, and then as like you can slowly, and then like you start to play clips from the Winning interview, and then like the music starts to transform as if like he's dying as a person, and then it like goes down and it's just like winning, and they're like, that's the sound clip before the drop. And then like it just goes in like some crazy rhythm drop. Oh man, and then yeah, dude, and like so it's like you use the music to tell the downfall of like Charlie Sheen, or like even like one Lindsay Lohan or Britney Spears, or you can even use it to tell like the uprising of people, and like clip their earlier movies or their earlier songs, and just like clip the lyrics of it and like have the music transform up through the build up, and then like at the climax you just like play like a clip from the most popular song. I don't know. I mean, I guess you could do it, right? I think it's a little more, you know, the point is like dance, and it's like, even if you're not listening to the words or the storytelling, the music is so well done that it's like a really fun time. Like it's really good, like EDM, you know, like it's like they're like banger songs, like sound design wise. And so you don't even have to pay attention to the story or give a shit at all, because the music is incredible enough that you don't need to. Like, story's like a bonus. You don't need it because like the music's great. The music's great anyway, you know. And it can almost be like an underground thing. Like, you know, some people don't even know that it's telling a story. Like it's so low key, but like others are catching on, and like they start to realize, and you start to show them that like, you know, the transformation of these sounds is a metaphor for the transformation you go through in life. It is so good, dude, because you can even have like old school memes, and bringing it back to the meme idea, have like a meme transformation where like, you know, you can have a meme, like an original meme from back in the day, like old school memes, and then you can have the music transform and then start to have like new school memes, or you can have like a certain meme that this is where this meme started, and then it transformed, and like now this is where that meme is at, and like you transform the music along with it. You know, like kind of like how PewDiePie does on Meme Review, how he shows like every different variation of the meme. So you can have it be like that, but memes are like pictures, so you might have to, there's sound memes too, memes that are like GIFs or like short video memes, I guess. Or you just meme life and characters and use samples from like politicians as like memes, or, you know, and like have some transformation, and there's just so much you can do. And like I'm sure like as I do this, I guess I'll find loads of things along the way of new ideas, but just the whole concept of using music to display transformation gives you just unreal, something that's never been done before. Literally being able to tell a story through the music in a way that hasn't been done before. I think it's just, and it's gonna be something. I think it's really gonna be something.